Do they look to go press switch to, I guess, cover those fifth bowling loads, or do they say they love the way that McKenna bowls in terms of her slower deliveries? We haven't seen Maisie Gibson either with the ball yet.
Maybe a Maisie. Georgia press switch has only bowled the 3 overs throughout the season, but I mean, Sasha Maloney only bowled 1, so.
Gee, that's nicely picked up and put away. That breaks the shackles a little bit. Lovely use of the crease.
One thing she does really well here is actually change her hand position. She's able to use that bottom hand to get it over the top. We've seen so many different ways of doing this. She just shimmies her hands around, uses the wind as well.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, it's the opening day home game of the day.
Flatness in terms of the pace of that delivery, allowed to use that extra bit of pace.
25, Mr. King Pinelands there, taking on the Devil Street Dragon. Girlfriend, one of the top men next to kill first. We are just about ready to get on the way. Yeah,
Just
at
confuse
Pinelands.
me Jones. No sixes this year.
Just shake your radio umpires.
No one's hit more than the batter scheduled to come in at number 4 in this competition.
Just check your radios and check the scorers.
From 139 matches, Sophie Devine, she hit 6 every 21.3 deliveries in the WBBL. Oh, it somehow squirts through. Looped its way through there, catchable height. Maybe it's all running the Scorcher's way. Skewing boundary right about it. I noticed it before the game started. It was already far from being where it should have been, to be honest.
To be fair, Katie and I both noticed and go, we'd sort that out.
Yeah.
We'd sort that out now as well. But this one just ballooned in between the gap. There you go, there's a skew wind that we all picked.
Here we go, first ball.
A longer shot down the line. It's
Day 2, long full toss. Big hit, straight to the fielder, goes down. Infield action on just the first ball.
And they've changed it, they've left it exactly the same as it is. And if you're a Melbourne Stars player saying, I'm absolutely not moving that rope whatsoever.
This is touch and go here, literally.
Are they wondering as well if the ball has hit her hand whilst
Standing Hobbs, other man.
her other hand?
Here's first ball. Driven. Other man point. Top ball, transfer run out. And third on practice there. Plenty of action on the first 2 balls.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Yep. So they've been struggling to get, there's the snaky boundary rope.
One ball signal.
Em, where are you?
Go to channel 5, Mr. Rock. Channel 5.
Anybody with OCD?
Channel 5. Thank you.
Sometimes they actually paint the line underneath the boundary rope. If you zoom back out, you get a good sign of actually what it looks like.
You're directing now as
On the
well.
next
Look
side.
at that. If I'm a batter, I'm saying to
Coming back
you,
for the second. Great hits running in between the wickets from Lando and Hall.
Over to the Scorchers, 12 from it. We're at the halfway mark. It's 79 for Lando. That's the Greens.
Ahmed Taylor is the man with the ball in his hand, holding this opening over for the Norseman.
Yeah, I looked him in the eyes and he said, so you know
You're
when you
ready
get
to be time champions, the Norseman. This year's CPL winning the 19th match of the
And then he
field.
said, did you know
The 19th right at this venue. A couple of days ago, one ball Taylor.
Yeah, I do too. Everyone who does it gets 5% pharmaceuticals. Really? Yes, Kunjalo, that's how you go from 10% to 15% off instantly. It's a real thing.
Congratulations, Supersports. It's been an amazing 30 years of being the biggest broadcaster in the world.
So the Cummins Builder's got a lot of work to do. He won't get there. Perfect timing and your first boundary. And this morning game. CPR needed. And the opinion over. For the ball. The sixth one.
Oh no.
It's a dangerous start for the Melbourne Stars. Beth Mooney building into her innings nicely here. 4 boundaries, 39 from 32. Katie Mack has been outstanding alongside. She's got some running. While watching these good highlights from a Perth Scorchers perspective, we've got some running repairs.
Eight up the opening over. It's happening. Great start on football side. Yes, that's one. Better for the ball for the Cape Vikings.
Really just again moving around, maybe a balloon either side of the fielders. That's really all the Perth pair have been able to do.
Taking the helmet out first ball. Goes for the bouncer. Great piece of work done.
Really has hit 4-4.
He has a third man boundary. Put an extra. Do the total.
Going hard.
Just a 12-dot ball so far. One of the one you mentioned earlier, one of the UK that they just been knocking around and some work being done here. You really need the aerial view to get a sense as to how effective you're being here. Maisie Gibson, a bit of a renaissance for Maisie Gibson this year. Taking the 7 wickets, been around this competition for a long time.
Remember way back when she did the amazing
She did the shuffle, yep. She did. And I reckon if you had got to the end of last year, you would have thought maybe the league's going past Maisie Gibson a little bit, but she's bounced back terrifically well. Picked up the 7 wickets so far and played a really very much so an important role for the Melbourne Stars.
I think that comes off the back of WNCL performances with Tasmania and what they're doing as well. So the fact that she's starting to feel like she's contributing, which then can flow in to the shortest format where you're going to be under the pump the most. And she is under the pump against Beth Mooney. Hasn't picked her up at all in WBBL history and goes at a good clip. So this is a good challenge.
Otherwise, this time, make that part of them. Katie
Mack facing up to her, there was a clear intent to try and actually target her. She's challenging because it kind of drops on you as a batter and she likes to bowl that fuller length. At the moment, maybe just a little bit shorter than she would like, but she can be challenging to face if she gets her length right up at the stumps.
Through, so Lee Jones just assumed that something was going to be got on that ball from Katie Mack for the second time. It gets through. It must be so hard, Katie, as a keeper in that. There's so much movement in front of you from a batter. You've got the full ball being tossed up. There's a lot of stuff going on, catching the eye of the keeper.
Yeah, she's just not committing to be able to actually move in line with the ball. She just sort of stays there and just anticipates what was going to happen rather than go, I'm going to just move a little bit across, just half a step.
It's going to land safely and add to what is now the most effective opening partnership in WBBL finals history.
What a time to do it. Yeah. And you also think of the Perth Scorchers and what they're like at knockouts. 6 knockout games they've lost, only 3 times they've won. So it hasn't been a happy hunting ground for them.
We do expect to be here though, don't they? 8 times finalists compared to the Melbourne Stars who are in a finals campaign for only the 2nd time. It's none for naught. Best opening partnership for the Scorchers this year as well. And look at the parity between the two, 39 off 33, 40 off 33. They are balancing each other up beautifully here.
Just looking at the projected scores, Andy, one thing that makes you a little bit nervous if you're a Melbourne Stars supporter is when a team scored 140 plus, they've won 8 out of 9 games. At the moment, they're on track for 165. So they're well ahead of what will be an average winning score here at the Waco. Runs on the board in a final, Lisa, is always something that teams love as well.
He gets set up on it, just got away from Sophie Day, who races away again.
Sophie Day anticipated really well. She saw Katie Mack get into that same position and she started to track back and didn't time it and nearly pulled it in. Just needed to dive to get her feet. And the timing of the dive right is so hard.
That's nicely placed.
But
So
already.
the boundaries are starting to flow now.
They're gonna go for it.
Reining him in from here is going to take some effort by the Melbourne Stars.
The show's experience here at the Waco, just moving really well around the crease, Katie Mack, laterally to be able to create the angles that she loves here. That's the even contribution.
Sorry, Katie, it's the first 100-run partnership in WBBL finals history anywhere. The Grey Lord's telling me that, and when he tells me, I believe it. Beautifully placed again.
I just feel the Melbourne Stars are chasing everywhere here. Left, right, you feel like the gaps in the field, and you sort of look up and there's like a horde of fielders that are running around. It's on the back of an excellent Katie Mack 50. I said at the start of the game, Liz, that she was due. She was a player that had been creating some form. Because maybe you don't need to go over mid-off and you can do it everywhere else.
Exactly. Overrated.
20 series. She's worked hard for it. They can these two enjoy running between the wickets.
Credit to Katie Mack. It was almost like a couple of times she smothered the ball when she's tried to hit it in that mid-off region or through the covers, but the reverse has worked for her.
Oh, she just hit it so well.
Bang.
And this outfield
What a
is
hit.
rolling.
Just inside.
15 runs.
No ball sitting on the glove. That goes for 4. 3 hits coming up. This is quite the start for Yaya and the Dragons.
From the last 3 overs, Katie Mack's really put the foot down. Beth Mooney's going with her, obviously. Meg Lanning, the leading run scorer. Prior to today's game, Beth Mooney's gone past her.
Yeah, there isn't a WBBL competition where Beth Mooney isn't the leading run scorer. She is just so consistent, and again she has proven so.
Only once, at least, she hasn't got to 400 runs in the campaign, which is in the high 300s on that occasion. Almost holes out back, but look at the scampering between the wickets. It's exciting running by this group here.
Yeah, that's all about good communication. So Beth Mooney is communicating to Katie Mack and vice versa, right? So that they know how to go.
Toss in the over.
To
Final
potentially
ball coming up.
maybe come back because she's fumbled it, and they're so quick.
Good one, and that first
Beth
over
Mooney's
is
actually
made
said, "No, I'm coming."
Needs to go back to
Katie
that
Mack's held
bowl.
her hand up, stood there for a
Okay,
couple of
good.
seconds,
The
still
ball.
made it pick up flick.
No, full time. Good build-up.
And holes out.
Great effort to get him
Takes
something.
the catch.
Couldn't hold
That's
on.
the end of a magnificent opening stand for the Perth Scorchers.
Second line given away to Ireland.
Busyness, your proactiveness,
you
across
go.
the crease,
This time, that's
crease,
the
this
guy, Tom.
downfield. But she set the tone
There's
in
the
a
third.
real partnership. What a way to start a knockout
All
final.
3. The 3 overs. 33 for 3.
Running between the
Very
wickets has
good.
been exceptional as well. But we just saw a shift in the way that she's gone about it since the first break. Outstanding contribution. 52 for Katie Mack, 1 for 107.
Both know where we go.
Yeah, middle safety. Well, strap yourselves in. If Devine gets going alongside Moody, if these two back together, oh God, if they back time out here, who knows what sort of score they're going to put on the board. It's a slowish start to the tournament for Sophie Devine, but she's the back end. She's come home like a steam train.
That's right.
I think it's on the back of
Another one that goes, it's 4 rounds.
maybe just a little bit of fatigue coming off the World Cup.
You're Dragons.
Most wonder here, Miss McKenna was a great change of length to Katie Mack. Saw her come, and it's something that teams have targeted Sophie Devine on the short pitch delivery early. Also that ball coming back into the stumps. She's probably one of the most feared players. I think you played against her as well, Lisa. You sort of hold your breath and you go, oh goodness me, she can hit it incredibly hard. I just wonder if the boundary rider said, oh, I might just take a couple more steps back, but it's what it creates, that tension of going, gee, she can hit it the hardest. We used to have fielding training, and Sophie Devine used to hit the ball, because it was like, if you want to field against the person that hits it the most, well, you may as well use your own teammate.
The hardest as well, yeah.
Everything's a bit easy after that,
Wow.
comparatively speaking.
I just stood behind the stumps, so it's heavy.
Yep.
Adjustment.
It's been a good over.
In the air. This time.
I actually think they rolled really well.
Let's go now. It's Bowman. Wicked time.
Stump line,
Oh,
so
you
we
big
know that
bucket.
she loves to sort of more move outside the leg to create
What a great
space.
introduction into the
Which is
attack.
where the gaps have been. That fifth
What's
field
the
has
other
been up. And they've just tended to follow it. She's still on 45 though.
Just 4 runs and a wicket from it. Good stuff from McKenna, 1 for 109.
To be fair, if Beth Mooney's going, you take that 125.
Well, it's down on the season. She's going to 130, nearly 135 this season, so that's a tick. So Kim Garth back into the attack. 2 hours to go. Vance and Brody. I believe are getting roused into action somewhere. Yeah, they are. I think they've got some surge duties at some stage.
Have you been impressed by the yes?
Some of these kids. Now let's see what these 2 young fellas have got. Okay, there was something going on there. Yeah, here we go. A bit of gritty. Or is that a gritty almost? It's all a half a gritty.
Is it with the eyes and then down?
Yeah, it's almost a gritty. Really commit to it. Hey, what a gritty is. No, well, I'm older than you, and I have kids. Justin Jefferson, the great wide receiver, does it. The Minnesota Vikings.
How's this, speaking of greedy? Steve Mooney strike rate at 192 in the power surge, and Sophie Devine 187. So they're not too bad, are they?
Not shabby.
I did see a couple of rays coming through there, so I thought, now you're showing your ray.
Wow.
Oh, straight up in here, catch should be taken. Should be taken, is taken. So Gibson's got another catch, and the surge does what it can sometimes do. Serve the 4 wickets.
Yep, and Kim Garth comes in. The fact that Kim Garth has now picked her up 6 times. I know it's a little bit later than what the Melbourne Stars would have liked. Maisie Gibson is actually exceptional under a high ball. Never panics, takes them cleanly, makes them look easy. But when you know that Beth Mooney is at the other end, you can understand. But Beth Mooney, she departs for 45. All of a sudden the Scorchers have lost 2 wickets. for 109.
So there's a little fight back on here. Lefty comes in, 20-year-old, to go alongside the New Zealand superstar. The surge is on, so she won't want to give herself any latitude in, well, she will butt one down, back down the pitch, but I imagine the surge is on. And the temptation or the expectation on yourself must be, I've got to go here.
Well, and probably the thing that hasn't quite worked for the first quarters is when Freya Kemp has batted in the...
Does around the corner.
Just 7 runs off line delivery, so not the outcome they would have liked. She was better outside of the power set without that expectation.
Short fire and short backward square here for the lefty. And she just gets enough on it. In fact, she's hit that better than I thought. That's a nice clean strike.
It's one of her strong areas.
Opens the phase.
Mid-wicket yeah, just a little bunted over the top. She's quite long in her extension through the ball, Freya Kemp. One of those players that sound like they're going to have a big future in terms of England if she can keep herself injury-free. Left-arm bowler as well when she can bowl and recover from that. Just wonder if just changes of pace here, just trying to go away from her to say, okay, if you want to hit square through that square leg position where the field is up, that creates opportunities.
Catch should be done. No, she's getting. She's got plenty on that. She's hitting the ball cleanly here.
There's one person I remember Charlotte Edwards talking about that this Freya Kemp, this youngster coming through, is someone to really watch because of the long handle that she has. I've seen it in warm-up games, in T20 World Cups against the Australian side. Probably hasn't broken into that playing 11 for England, but...
It's turning out to be an impressive over this from the vice captain. 3 back-to-back boundaries.
Happened to Kim Garth terribly often. That's a good piece of work. It flew today.
Flew today?
And it did, yes. And tonight, 220.
Cafe Day night.
Thank you. I didn't think she'd got enough on that one to mid on.
I reckon if you actually look at the breeze that goes across sometimes, it can get up, it's quite long.
Fremantle doctor would call it. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Speak of the woods.
Well, Sophie Devine, she is absolutely box office. Unfortunately, I don't know why.
Why isn't that filled in?
Someone hasn't given her 4s and 6s. Pace spin, pretty solid. Jeez, that's tough. Katie, have you formed a team?
You guys blame every time these come up. I'm pretty sure I've only done 3 players there, at least. So we changed Meg Lennon.
Oh, that's hit more 6s than her in the history of the comp.
Someone's a tough market.
Sure are.
Well, it has been Sutherland Garth that actually have bowled the power surge overs. They have gone for a few runs in terms of those, keep that sort of pace on. You know that Sutherland's really good at the back of the hand.
It's coming now.
That's all.
Where will she try and take it here?
Mid-wicket.
Straight over, mid on. She's come out and is hitting the ball cleanly.
She almost probably can't bowl that full length because she's got a mid on and mid off up. And what they're trying to say is position. That was the back of the hand delivery. She just hung back on her back hip, allowed her to create that length over that fielder. I think she's saying a little bit more higher with the field that she's got set here.
inside the
Leading into
final
this
over to
WBBL,
the first half lane,
50%
56
of the runs
to
through mid-on.
3 balls to come. Back-to-back darts here for Delegates.
Got a couple of boundaries aerially through that part of the ground already.
Wow, very well bowled.
Could be the first ever league with the power surge.
Very well bowled. He's lucky to get some bat on that. His hand off.
I have seen someone leave a free hit no ball.
Yeah.
No jokes at New Zealand.
Are you serious?
Yep. It's the most beautiful leave you've ever seen in your life.
The mid-on's gone back here. That's straight up in the air. This will take some catching. Swirly breeze. Catch has gone down.
Oh, tackle with it. Reflection and Sabuka.
And 2 runs.
No ball.
The ball hasn't gone
In the power play.
outside of the inner
A bit
circle.
over this, just the 5 from it.
Yeah, she'll be the toughest critic here, Georgia Presswick. She prides herself on her fielding and really had to take that catch for her team.
And for the bumper. Get to the top of it. Great work on the pitch.
I think it was a better field
Couple
set
of runs saved here
because
by
she
the
doesn't
bike.
typically hit through
End of the
that
power play.
square leg.
Comes down
They're
from
saying,
Taylor.
okay, Freya Kent said, I've got to have to do something different, which is a space
Yeah,
across
six.
the
Well,
offside.
the ball is
With the wind as
59
well,
to
created
2.
that opportunity.
Outside the power play
I
now.
don't see Georgia
Taking that
Presswick
5
drop too
fields
many
outside
catches.
the
She's
circle.
exceptional on the
Gotta
boundary.
be
This
more
time she's in the
precision.
inner circle. Maybe too much time for
We'll
her.
see how they're attacking.
Spot on, it is swirly out there.
Up to the score.
Yeah, you could just tell by the last movement, wasn't it? Just got out of position.
She seemed to have it covered, didn't she? She was calm underneath it. That last metre that the ball's descent. Yeah, get through another card. So a bit happening in that over. That runs from a 228.
Outside the power play now. They have 3 fielders marching in the circle. Still going a bit aggressive here. Are the Vikings to start. Spin into the attack as well. Here's Brian Flores. Single off the first. Chuckles up. High up in the air. Could be. Falls in the air. What a catch that is! And it's Becky.
Great running in between the
Wonderful stuff.
It tells about the conditions out there and your partnership.
A serious cricket catch.
Yeah, I think conditions are pretty good.
What a play. It's bowled back with the time for your Cape
We
Viking.
can attest to that. But hopefully we bat a little bit better than them. And, yeah. In terms of the running tonight, that was the thing that has most stood out for us because there were a couple of times there you go, oh, there's just desperation to
Take
get
a bow.
make it through the next round of the finals.
Yeah, definitely. I think me and Mooney really love running with each other. She's always calling me back for 2. She really
He's
challenges
been
me
active
on
in the
that.
field.
I think it might
You don't want to get it towards his direction. A second catch for him on the day.
Odds are that they won't, so I'll just run it and make them do something special.
On track at the moment for 170, 180-ish. That'd be a very
Took
good
a goal for 14 of 8.
starts to run down.
Yeah, I think in a final, if we
It's
can get
60
that
for
one,
3.
I think we should be able to get that.
Great job.
Okay, thank you.
Katie Mack there, Murray.
Yeah, good on you. Catch should be taken again here. Well done. Excellent from Meg Lanning. Again, that was spinning off the blade up in the swirling breeze. Probably got herself just out of position. But great concentration and great hands.
Well, this might have been the first catch Meg Lanning's caught on her buttocks. That was the big one of Sophie Devine as well. She was back, and she said, I'll sit down and I'll take that arm with me.
Was she catching in her buttocks?
Oh, Meg is so good at that point position. There we go. She's nearly got her kneecap in the way. Oh, relief, but they've picked up wickets at regular
Back to
occasions here.
here from the Ryan Flores.
Devine can't
He
too much
continues.
into the score. She's
After
out
picking
for
up her
1.
massive wicket.
128.
Back foot punch. Stop ball. Arm goes out. It's a no ball. And it looks like the goalkeeper putting his hand in front of the stump before the ball reaches him. Can't see that one open. Got a free hit coming up. Big swing down the ground. Here's protection. Never it out. And the Cullen
So
is behind the ball.
English cricketer Paige Schofield comes out. There's a bit of a salvage job to be done here for Perth all of a sudden. The Stars have really fought back nicely here.
Griffin, got it. Big hand one more time.
200 almost.
Is that Smith in the field? They're coming back one second throw. That's Smith. It goes to the wrong end. Umpire says it's safe. He was then would have been interesting.
With the ball, but with the bat, what were they when Marizan Cup got that 90-odd against the Heat? They were 5 for not many, and then they had that fight back, and it's sort of been all the way through. They've kept attacking with the way that they've approached the game. A couple of wickets like that, that's a 20 or 30 run off the score, because you have to then start building here again, scoring off as many deliveries as you can. How much is that Paul Freya kept back? How's this for Meg Lanning? Usually she's so composed in everything she does.
Credit to her.
On the board at the end of 7.
Doesn't matter.
3.
Doesn't say caught it while sitting.
Here's Abdul Aziz.
I tell you what, she is going to have a really important job to do with the bat. Flashback to Meg Lanning versus Sri Lanka in the 2020 World Cup, where I remember her fist pumping while she's lying on the ground after getting her side across the line.
Abdul Aziz player.
That was my point,
Is your new man?
Another one.
Oh, just over her head. She was backpedaling Gibson and couldn't quite get there. This is good stuff from Reece McKenna. A good spell from
That's
the
off on the
youngster.
wide, does Aziz.
I think what I've liked the most is that it's just subtle changes in the length. Speeds are roughly the same, but she's just not allowing it to settle. And sometimes she's letting the batter as they're trying to give themselves a bit more room to play those expansive shots. So she could be frustrated that that one hasn't got to hand. Been a couple of those, hasn't
Yeah, they have. Yep. The luck has generally been with the Scorchers.
No ball signal.
2
3
short,
here. Coming up.
No,
4 on the board. 67 for 3.
It's Georgia Presswich again.
You don't often see this. Georgia Presswich does pride herself being a very good outfielder.
Wide signal.
Just kind of sinking, not staying
look,
on her
3
feet.
hit.
I know a lot of players like to kind of slide or go down on their knees. That's how they feel that they're giving, but their eye line actually drops a lot. 6.
Yep,
Well,
she's
ball.
hit that beautifully. Photographer was ready to
Right.
that ball's coming in, got right down his lens then. And in the end, it's a big over, 13 from his record, 141.
Amazing across 8, a drop catch across 8 runs. Imagine he runs a bit across from Katie Mack as well.
Shot. Field is in. That man again. The single.
Well, there's a big couple of balls here.
Going to come out with the signal. That is great running in between the wickets. No, it isn't. Just short the umpire says. And it is Bowman. Wicket time for your hit Vikings. A man back to one. Hit the field.
Everything was alright down there.
Put the hand out and try and catch it.
Bit of trouble now.
Photograph, there was balls flying towards him.
So Gibson's taking a couple. Oh, got it! Brilliantly bowled. Straight through. Schofield goes back, beaten by the pace. And Maisie Gibson's playing a big role here for the Melbourne Stars today.
Said she bowls wicket to wicket, dips on the batter as well. This is Maisie Gibson for me when she's at her absolute best. Playing for turn that there was never going to be any there. Looking square,
The end of that agreement.
just on that tactic of taking pace off the
All the
delivery.
board now, 70 for 4.
Schofield's going for 1, 4 for 1.
And pulled it back nicely, have the bite. Oh, Pete! They asked him for the end. Batter walks away. Doesn't want any part of it. Keeper's convinced. Third man is convinced. Fielder's playmaker is convinced. Ball.
Superstar World Cup what a tournament she had. Had that too much to do with batting hand in the WBL. Kid.
Cuts this one away. This one's in the gap. Big one coming down here by the fielder. Able to get there. They got it down to one.
King corner. You'd almost wonder though, well, she hasn't really had to bat, she only had 2 opportunities.
Still looking
but
for the
how
balance.
uncomfortable it would have been to hold the bat with that broken finger.
On top ball, nearly over.
Before, there's a terrific fight back with the Stars who are an over behind on the clock, so they're really trying to hustle here. Gibson's taken a couple of catches, picked up the
One more
wicket.
time, please.
It's going to be tidy.
It was 35 and what? 4 overs. It does stem the momentum a little bit. Love the way that Kent's just continued to go for it here, irrespective of what's happening at the other end.
Two overs behind now.
Still to one before the score at the halfway stage. Vikings win the toss. Elections to field first. And at this point in the game, they wouldn't find that too much. Not wrong to bring it back. And they continue. Walk by the paper. The fact Ryan Lawrence will go on for his second over.
It's good bowling. Just enough on it. Important runs from Freya Kemp, going at tick over 235 strike rate.
Yeah, it's just amazing what she's been able to do.
No, she's
Got
coming
the over.
up
4 runs.
for a moment. You can hear her lamenting. She may have picked out Bouchier in the outfield, but she lives to fight another day. 449. Skipping a bowl at final over. Gart's got 1 to come. Day's got 2. McKenna 1.
Intrigued the length here because Solana King doesn't really like those short pitch deliveries. Amy Jones is standing back as well. Whether that's a tactic they go for, but with the field they've got set, it looks like it's going to be the slow balls into the stumps here.
6 runs coming on that night over. Up top from Florence. And a good foul. He goes 1 for 11 off his 2.
One thing she's able to do is hit the short areas, it's off that back, and she's committed in terms of hitting the ball in the air to be able to get it up and over the field.
All the way down to
It's all
8.5
intentional
now.
hits to get underneath. You can see her getting back into her crease and being able to say, okay, I'm going to open my front hip up and just release all that power
His
through.
man, yes, taking over.
Tall in terms of the way that she is, in terms of her height, allows her to get that extra bit of extension.
Straight back to him, top ball, one fielder.
It wasn't going to be a free kick English package if she didn't have some sort of invention shot in there.
I think why she's so dangerous is because she's got that ability to hit the ball off the stumps and hit it for 6. Now, most coaches around the world say, hey, keep the stumps in play. Let's make sure we're hitting them as many times as we possibly can.
But almost, I like that line to her. So she, but the fact that she's got
Which one? The one
that one, that wider line as well, because what she's so strong at trying to drag the ball across. They've looked to go a little bit wider to her. They've got point, backward point and third to say, okay, we're going to go wide here. We've got the space, those fielders on there. Get her to tug into the leg side in the air. that dropped catch was. It was a wider line as well. It's a really good planning here. And because Freya Kemp doesn't necessarily hit square behind the stumps as much, it's more in front.
Just almost exclusive slower balls now. The whole version, the whole range of them from Annabelle Sutherland, 101 down to 94, down to 88. The last 3 deliveries. Kemp can't pick it, can't catch up with it again. Gone! Holes out, and Gibson picks up her 3rd catch.
That's great execution from Annabelle Sutherland. Really stuck to the plan, bowling wide. They set those fielders in that point position. Again, trying to get up and underneath that. That's another slower ball, but rolled her fingers over it this time. Undercut the ball. Gibson says, no one's getting past me anywhere here.
Old school thinking.
That's been great.
That's a good board. But a really, really good innings from Freya Kemp. She's gone for 35-5 for 150.
Pulled away. That is U11 as he races to the fence for 4.
Maddie Duck's been pretty consistent. Played the first 5 games, has come in, has done her job well. Somehow over these last 2 and a bit overs, they've got to find a way to get this thing going again. That'll help, that'll help. It's the first poor ball.
On the board is 86 for 4.
They hustle back to try and get back on time here. 5 runs wicket from the over. Dark does well.
Yeah, Dark has literally come in for Hinkley. Hinkley was the first choice in the first few games. Even though she top scored in the first game against the Sixers here and the Scorchers lost, they decided to go to Maddie Dark. I actually think she's definitely a player for the future.
Pulled away. That is pure timing and perfect placement. Over the top. All 4.
Australia even 4-day match as well against India, but she's got some great basics and has the ability to kind of change through the gear. So I'm glad they kind of given her the opportunity at the back end of this competition.
Sophie Day bowl her 3rd over.
Once again, it's got away this time. It makes all the way, no, just inside, and another 4 run.
Didn't know where it was. It's difficult out there, isn't it?
About 10 minutes away from disappearing, but for the time being now, for Sasha Maloney out there, it is probably its most difficult right now.
People say you should be wearing sunglasses, but it actually does not help in that situation. It doesn't shade any real amount of the sun.
Goes again.
Talked about Maddie Duck. For me, she really loves length, so she likes to hand back, plays a lot sort of back of the crease. So the length here, Dave's just trying to get it underneath that bat, right nice and full.
She's tucked that where the fielders are. Nicely done.
I'm not quite sure the tactics here are the right thing. We've already seen Maddie Dark tug the ball, the first delivery around the corner, and with Day coming over the wicket, it is really easy. Unless she's going to bowl really wide, she just shuffles herself across to the offside. It's there to be put away, and does so. They decided to stay.
Now they've lost one of their outfielders. So 3 on the onside, finally up.
It's a lot of deliveries.
Yeah, it is. She might have
big hand. Can't able to CPL off the road. What an over this is turning out to be.
Now, how much the sun contributed to that for Sasha Maloney, only she will really know, but she's made a mess of this.
Came charging, didn't she? And then about 3/4 of the way, realised, spotted the ball and was like, oh dear.
Oh, that ball. Throw balls to the wrong hand again. Needed somebody to tell him where to throw the ball. And at the over, big one, 16 from it. And the 100 comes up for the Devils big dragon.
Completely in a situation like that.
Still haven't gone 1 on 2 for 4.
Credit to her.
She's a pretty calm character. Yeah.
There's bigger things than the game of cricket.
Maddie Duck actually did play for the Melbourne Stars for a period there. Nicknamed Bonnie because of her love for the beach.
Well, and she's a Sydney girl, grew up there.
So the figure goes up. Yeah, I think it has to be.
There is.
Well, the question is, has it pitched outside leg stump?
There's a couple of things in here that will get Alana King positive about the prospects of this review.
Pull the way to the gap. So the end come around, coming in the upper
Player review for LBW on full decision is out.
It's been brilliant so far. It's Gitchy from Human in with the ball.
Fair delivery. Can we go to front row, please? Yeah, I'll go straight to cage, please. On the left, there's a clear gap between bat and ball. First impact is on the pad. Satisfied no battle glove involved. Can we go to ball tracker, please?
This pitch is going to be of most interest.
Visual decision is out, pitching outside leg. I'll get you to put the ball on screen. You're on screen. I need you to change the decision.
Let's cast our mind back to Sunday when Amanda J. Wellington, in a very similar position but chasing, got given LBW, edged it. They went through for the run, but automatically, because it was given out, was a dead ball.
Here we go.
About that one run potentially.
A spirited conversation about the merits of that.
Wicked time. All the things right there. That goes the game.
It's the end of the over. On to come, it's 565. So records need to be broken here if you're a Melbourne Stars fan. 164 in WBBL finals is the record chase to win a game. When you've got Meg Lanning in the side with 1 or 2 others, anything's possible. Big over here from Kim Garth. A scamper the first, Dark wants to come back, King says no. Just remember Lanning got 90 of 55 when these two played earlier in the year at Karen Roll.
The only aspect is they haven't won chasing. It's been a real struggle for the Melbourne Stars when they've been chasing a score. When Meg Lanning scores 50, they haven't lost this season either, so there is going to be a lot of responsibility on her with the bat.
Can't wait. So carves it over cover. The ball will not get there. Good chase. Chris McKenna's had a good day in the field with ball in hand.
I would like to kind of credit the size of this outfield. It's not small, it's not a postage stamp. We're seeing 3s, we're seeing plenty of 2s, we're seeing balls going over, we're still seeing 6s as well. And a score that's decent. Pitches and the pace of pitches really does dictate how the scoring is in this game. So credit to the Wacker grounds for producing a good pitch, but also elongating the boundaries.
The thing that this has shown me is that you don't have to look to go for boundaries. You can still accumulate through between the wickets. That's not necessarily the style of the Melbourne Stars either. Reece McKenna's a hitter at the top.
12 2s this innings.
Oh, would have been a fantastic catch from Lanny. She probably saves a couple.
Good on the up. Oscar to do for a second.
Go on, Kingy.
It was 4 off the bat. She slapped it hard. It's a good effort from the veteran.
Leg cutter there from Kingy.
Driven down the ground.
Away from
He'll get a single that brings up 50.
Assisted or
Boy,
allowed
yeah,
to be able to play that shot with power.
He's been integral in the opening innings. It's 50. I'm about 30
I'm happy with that.
What
I
9
gave that away.
Into the
Well, the
pass,
high
he's
school
going
next
great.
year
He's
was
fielding. The
173,
throw goes to the right hand
way
as
back
well.
in
Great
2023.
looking all round.
She's standing that far down leg side. No, that's fine. One more fielder's had to come up as well. So there's only 2 fielders out, normal power play conditions. Great opportunity to score a boundary, shift that momentum, get that momentum going into the changing room.
She's hit that well. No, she hasn't. Oh, it sounded better. Kemp's got it spooked. Oh, well, it is well. At the end of the day, she didn't hit it well, but she got away with it. Picked up 2 to finish with it. And after 7, after 20 overs, got a very competitive score on the board. 573, Marto.
Well, she hit it well enough that it was able to get 2 runs. She was probably lucky she didn't connect all of it, but this will be the
5 coming from that over. 13 gone.
highest run chase in WBBL finals history. They're going to just look at this to double check she's got it, and yeah, she's fine.
Freeze it there.
Great bit of
Batter's
running.
made their ground. Going to the big screen.
What an outstanding punchy inning, 16 off 5 as well from her, striking in 320. Just that shift just shows you can strike at any point in time here at the whacker, but it is going to be a massive chase. And you feel that bat flip, Sophie Devine said to you, we feel confident in our ability to lead out. Becky Grundy there, the Scorchers coach is saying, hang in there, we've got to put our best bowling performance out there to push ourselves to go to Sydney on Thursday.
So it's a solid performance, really consistent run making right through the 20 overs. You can see that flurry of wickets that fell at the back end. It was a good fight back by the Melbourne Stars. I think most of us around here thought that 190 plus was in the offing, but it was a good second half by the Melbourne Stars. 174 they need to get to progress through the finals. So it's a bit to look forward to Thursday night in Sydney. This team away full of superstars, all-time greats. And then come Saturday night, the Hobart Hurricanes are watching it all play out.
Join us on the spin each week as we tackle the biggest cricket news and unpack all the action this summer, live straight after the cricket on 7 and 7 News.
And again, good shots. Good piece of fielding. And another single. 4 of them in the open.
Intuition, the instinct inside.
This is brilliant.
The inner voice over the noise.
From his sequence
Ask yourself
and his
and listen.
teammates in the field. And the final ball of this ball. This time it's out from the gap. Chases on. No, he won't get there. And he wants the boundary. Or DPD.
Ultimate Christmas giveaway from Samsung, PlayStation, Dyson, Smith, Traeger and more. Simply buy any 3 qualifying products, swipe your extra savings card and stand to win your share of 7 million rand in prizes. Only at Checkers. What's the reason you go? You could get up to 100% off on flights. Book on our banking app. Go beyond with Absa Rewards Track. Your story matters.
Another beautiful day at the cricket world. They're getting very festive in the car. Just look at them cheering on this run chase. Great. Oh, yes. Victory Australia. Look at the focus. Concentration.
What a guy.
Whether you have it batting or betting,
continue to be special in the field to the King Vikings. He broke themselves in the game. And yet again, another good catch. Bring our bowman wicket time.
I know, you know, the premium has it all.
What do you offer now? Just for staying connected.
You get 4 streams and everybody can enjoy it.
That's 2 extra free streams. Did you know you also get premium rewards? Stand a chance to win an all expenses paid trip to the Premier League. FIFA World Cup 2026, the UEFA Champions League final, and a lot more.
What are you waiting for? Let's celebrate 30 together.
Oh.
Cricket is really easy in the subcontinent, but I do think it's really nice playing in India and the subcontinent in general, but I think especially India. I think the crowds and stuff is phenomenal. I think the couple of tours we've had there, it was massive crowds, and I think that's not always something we get a lot wherever we play around the world.
Besides the wickets, I mean, a lot of people say they're low and slow. I'm not sure the places that we are going to be playing, so I'm not sure on those states of the wickets, so you take it as it comes. But I just think maybe the crowd, I think they also rock up with a lot of people, so maybe hearing each other, the adrenaline, you know, just living in the game. But I definitely think humidity and heat is going to play a role.
I love playing in India, the energy and everything. But when it comes to my body, I feel like it favors me as spring bowlers. So for me, that's a plus. And yeah, I just like to be challenged, because I feel like if you play in India, you get challenged a lot, especially against Indians, because they know their field and they also face a lot of spinners. So for me, to them, it's nothing, it's something I'm used to.
World Cup being in India, it'll be a really special experience. And yeah, I think it'll be tough because we're traveling a lot and all the games are a bunch of different places and it's quite far apart, and obviously the conditions in India is quite difficult and will probably be very hot and stuff like that. But really looking forward to the challenge and being my first Idea World Cup. But I think it's super special to be part of it.
It's a challenge you want to take on as a bowler. You want to go there and see what you can do to such conditions, and I think I enjoy to challenge myself, and I think I just enjoy to go there. It has not been fair for us. I think we've tried as a bowling unit to survive in such conditions. I think everyone has been there, and I'm looking forward to see.
Subcontinent is really tough. I always go about from a keeping perspective, because the ball doesn't carry as much as it does at home. Because at home it's nice, everything comes, even when you're batting comes nicely on the bat. But I think when you go into the subcontinent, you can't run away from the fact that you're going to get spin. And you also can't run away from the fact that you probably have to generate your own power. So now it's really being brave enough for you.
I love ODI World Cup. It's obviously been 4 years since we last had one, and just because it's a different height. It tells me semis in the finals have really tested the team, and I feel like you really have to work hard, and those 4 teams going to the semi-finals really deserve it, because it's already even basis, everyone plays everyone, so there's no this group what's easier than that group, so that part is really exciting.
Very exciting for World Cup. I feel like the squad is in a really good space at the moment, so whoever gets them out, I'm sure they will represent our country well and hopefully bring back some sort of
what's there to say, like, it's a city of dreams. Everyone aspires to have someday come and live in this country or visit this country, and I've been grateful enough to have seen my childhood and I've seen this country grow over the years, and I don't think there's any better place to live.
Living in Dubai is amazing. I've lived all over Australia and New Zealand, England. Dubai is very unique.
I think it's all the cultures getting together and mixing well so nicely. Like, it's not very easy when you look at other countries around the world. You do see different nationalities live together, but they don't really get as well together as they do in this country, and I think that's the beauty of this place.
I think that's the beauty of Dubai, you know, it's known for shopping and, you know, that extravagant lifestyle, like, you know, people tend to live over there. When you go outside, that's what you kind of expect over here.
I think what makes Dubai unique is now probably unofficially the second home of world cricket. It's continually, you know, hosting games. Earlier in the year we had obviously Women's World Cup, and again now Champions Trophy, Dubai Stadium. There's always on the footstep for 7% of the world, 7 hours within, you know, flights, distance and things like that. So Dubai is always ready to go when it comes time to host the league.
I think as a fan, it's something different. Like, as you see the Ring of Fire, this is something I haven't seen in any of the other grounds around the world. So I think this is what makes this brand stand out compared to the other
Towards the end of the opening innings here on 8-2 at the CPL on the 11 boys. The Dragons being put into bat in the 6th hours of end on 129. 130 required to win from 96 balls.
And then walked in for the first time, because I'm a fan first. It was quite amazing. It was actually going to the goosebumps, to be honest. Having a full house with the lights on, the place rocks, the noise rolls back down onto the ground, the players feel it, they can feel the pressure, and the game's good. You know, this place pops.
You know, generally it's a good cricket wicket. You know, you get a bit of support for the bowlers, like they bowl in good areas, and once you see through the newborn, then it becomes easy to bat as well.
I think with the weather changing now, I think view is going to be a big factor, because as you know, this country is close to the water, so I think the humidity goes up. I think view is going to be a big factor in the second innings. I think if it was me, I would win the toss and look to bowl first. Maybe come to the bar.
Is growing by the day. It's just eat, sleep, repeat. And Mom, she feels better than she looks. It's been a while. We ready? Oh, listen, I was made for this. Then out of rewards. You know you get 10% off instantly with better rewards. And then I was like, oh. And she was like, yeah, on top of the promo price. On over 140 brands. So we might not look our best right now. But just get toasty. Never look better.
Similar meat. No sitting.
This one's going viral. Anybody think we... I've got a Capital Connect. I'll send it to my mom.
This is how we see it. This is how we live it.
This is how we remember and look forward to it. This is how we feel it. This is how we love it.
This is how we share it.
on Supersport. The Africa Cup of Nations lights up Morocco. Only on your World Champions.
Ratio. If you're missing there, you're eating the fish. There is no problem. I've got some horse grass. Oh, sure. You bought like rice? Maybe.
Kevin, what time is?
How about CPL? That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Yes. All of this and more. Under one umbrella.
Every vital moment from the world's biggest tours. Follow the legends, rising stars, and unforgettable rivalries. From first heat to final roar, if it's golf, it's on Supersport.
We aren't kidding.
Great to have you with us in Perth, WICA ground here, one of the great cricket grounds in Australia, and the home team will be feeling pretty good about themselves. Alana King to protect those ears in the finals. The runs through on the way back out to the ground. It's a beautiful evening here in Perth. The stage is set for something really special. If you're a Melbourne Stars fan, it's going to take something special. 164 is a record chase in WBBL finals. 174 is the asking by the Melbourne Stars. The Perth Scorchers did enough, Kate. They probably, based on where they were at the halfway mark, probably thought there were a few more likely, but 174 still.
I reckon if you are Sophie Devine at the back flip, you got 173 on the board in a finals game, she would have said, I'll take that every single day of the week. And a lot of pressure is going to come on Meg Lanning at the top and Reese McKenna, who's good at striking. I thought the way that on the back of that big opening partnership between Katie Mack and Ben Mooney, there were partnerships throughout that were striking over 200. Whilst they lost the wickets, they were able to continue that momentum to get a score like this. Hope for this final. It is going to go right down to the wire. We're going to see a playing masterclass against someone like Chloe Ainsworth, who loves the white line feed. She loves getting out there in the battle. Reese McKenna, we haven't seen the best of her striking in this WBBL. We know she's capable.
You love it when you get the up-and-comers who have got real prospects about them, like Chloe Ainsworth up against the established standard bearers of the game. That's what we've got here with the new ball in hand and leading down the other end. Waiting for us, so there's a lot to look forward to here. You feel like Lisa Steiker, if the Melbourne Stars are to chase this down, either Lanny, probably Jones or Sutherland, one of those trio you would think have to get a big 60, 70 or 80 here just to be the cornerstone of this chase.
Yeah, when you come into finals, you need your senior players who have been there, done it, experienced it, won titles before, whether it be with other teams, they need to lift and stand up.
Interesting fielding here. We know that you can get an aerial backward point, and there's three fielders there ready to snap the one if it comes their way.
But what I like about that field is the stagger. So it's not three on the inner circle. I'm just trying to think, is it Manny Dart that's in slightly off the inner circle? So there for a genuine catch, it is going to come at her at pace.
Watch the adjustment Meg Lanning's done. Automatically she's gone onto that off-stump line to say, if you do angle the ball back in, I create some space onto the leg side.
She's batting out of her crease too here, a long way down.
The thing for me that Chloe Ainsworth has been exceptional in is she's just found a perfect length here at the whacker. She probably bowls more fuller than you would necessarily expect. Have a look at what her average length is. A lot fuller, 5.5 metres is quite full for a seam bowler compared to the rest of them, which is another metre shorter. So as a batter, you have to get full, but it's hitting you on the top of the bat.
I wonder if Lenning's aware of that, Marto, trying to turn that length into a half volley almost. Brilliant bowl, how it's line. That is exceptional stuff.
I think she's actually almost a chance of advancing to her, to get almost to drive through the offside. There's a huge gap, and the length that Ainsworth is holding at the moment is absolutely perfect.
Well, she's angling into Meg Lanning and then it's going away, so she's saying at the moment both edges are at play.
The crowd rising on every dot ball.
They've got Meg Lanning out here. Can you imagine the roar around the furnace?
There is a decent crowd. We're obviously looking back to the new pavilion. Obviously the old pavilion on the hill. It is absolutely packed, which is great to see. There you go, there's the angle.
It's going to be brilliant when we get fans here. That construction inside is really coming along. It's going to be quite a facility. It's an excellent over from the youngster. After the last concentrate over in the box time.
You know, we've been talking a lot about Meg Lanning and Chaser. I think we've got rose-coloured glasses on because we think of her in Australian colours, and probably more so in the 50 over format. During this WBBL season, she's only averaging 8.5 with a strike rate of 85.
That's why they've lost Chaser.
So you and I are both there at the top going, wait for Lanning, she loves a chase. Maybe not so much this year in the Stars, but she's a big player. A big player who knows when to turn it on. It's today.
Do you know what's important in my brain? Meg Lanning, WBBL 06, when they lost the final, she was captain. I'm sure we'll find that in some footage somewhere.
That's beautifully played. And just to get them going, Bruce McKenna, 6 runs from the opening over.
WBBL 06 was when the Melbourne Stars last made the finals. From all of Magic, we got the footage. Meg Lanning, look at that. It was pretty heartbreaking at that time to watch. Obviously she played for the Perth Scorchers. She'd gone it back across to the Melbourne Stars. And what's interesting about that game is that they fielded first 7 of their games leading into their every single game.
Both of them heard the same thing.
And they won the toss and batted first, and they got rolled for 9 for 89. Shabna Mishmal went through the Thunder won that, and the Melbourne Stars were by far the best team in that competition.
She's bolted magnificent deliveries this tournament.
I don't mind that option. At least she's thinking, okay, I can't just sit here and wait for a loose delivery. Still hasn't scored.
Now look at this bowling from Sophie Devine. When you see her bowling her away swing, you know that the rhythm is there with her bowling action. Very much we've seen her sort of have that wobble back, and she can do when she opens up her action.
Relieved, no doubt, even for a batter of her quality and magnitude. Nothing off 7. No! Just going to be on your back there. Just going to go, but that run on at least a little bit of pressure.
But you're right about, when Meg Lanning decided to Bathurst, was it Bathurst? Yeah. Everyone looked at each other, and I remember even Ray Haynes, who was the captain of the Sydney Thunder, she was like, and it was almost like, oh, let's just see, we are that far ahead of every other side. Let's just see if we can challenge ourselves. Maybe more grand final. Change of formula, that's been working.
This is a lovely view.
Still waiting to win a title. The BBL title with Lanning. There's definitely sound coming into our ears.
No, that's the second time that's happened.
There's a squeaky grip or...
That's suspicious.
See, she's actually hit the middle of the blue line. That's how good Meg Lanning is, but...
Go deep.
Did everyone else hear that?
That's a lovely shot. Should be two there. Started nicely, McKenna.
Saying so for the
Oh yes.
These are the batters to come. Amy Jones, former personal coach. I feel like this is the type of wicket would suit the way that she plays, expecting a lot from Annabelle Sutherland. Possibly though. Oh, Kimmy.
It's worth letting you dig. It's just, how did she get it through there?
Well, she's playing against me and winning it.
She just guided it through there. There was really no overt power.
One thing she has an incredible ability is to create power out of nothing. She opens the face, but it actually goes with pace. Usually when you just guide it, it doesn't really go anywhere. It's annoying, isn't it?
Oh,
It's a good bouncer. It's good bowling.
she's up and about Ainsworth, isn't she? Doesn't matter. Meg who?
Yeah.
There's actually a time, remember when Meg Lanning had that shoulder surgery and a period of time where teams actually targeted her, she wouldn't get her arms lined up. It's not something that we've seen heap of in terms of the bounces to her this season.
That was well directed.
So if you'd run plenty of conversations with Ainsworth, so maybe a little bit of a way you go today.
She's got it jagging around. For the jam early in this innings.
How patient can she be? She is honing in. And look at that movement off the seam as well. So we know that she shapes the ball back in, but that has come back in quite sharply at Lanning.
Bowls a heavy ball, doesn't she? The speed gun doesn't knock your socks off. That's got some shape as well down the leg side, but she gets onto the batter quickly, Ainsworth.
It's because of her forward release. We'll talk about that around a number of balls in this WBBL competition. She has that brace front leg. She's pushing through the crease really well, so it does skid on and feel a little bit heavier onto the bat. She's quite exaggerated actually in terms of the way she does release it if you saw her side on. She's just trying to hit the top of the leg stump here.
That's a good shot from McKenna.
What a hit that is as it sails over and over. On your first maximum of the second inning.
She turned wide. I want to see the replay.
Rob Pensman opening the batting with talent. It is 16 are lost in the state in pursuit of 130 in 16 overs.
We've spoken that she's a pocket rocket in the outfield. Pick up, throw, release. Driving at the front. That is a disaster for the Melbourne Stars. McKenna was driving the ball nicely. Crossley has been struggling up the other end. She goes for 7. It's 1 for 14.
Year 2, 17 was our last one, 13 one.
Well, they're going to touch that off the stars. Disappointing for McKenna. But Amy Jones has got the capacity. That's a really nice innings so far, 59 off 40. Her best against the Hurricanes. They need something special from her alongside Lenny tonight. Ainsworth's got this thing. She can get around all over the place. She is a handful.
I think you go again, don't you? Katie, you give her another over after this?
I tell you why she's so good, Andy. She actually started off as a wicketkeeper. And then she bowled faster. She bowled faster than anybody else. She thought, maybe I should take this up. She gave the gloves away. She said, give me the ball and bowl as fast as I can. A lot of has-beens with the gloves on Andy. One for the bank. I would rather wicket keep than bowl fast. Yeah, most keepers are, I can't work out. I'm trying to find out why she actually bowled faster than the nets. Apparently it was just most keepers just fucking bowl off spin because it's easier.
No, most keepers think they can go fast and bowl leg spin or off spin.
Also in the established grandstand below commentary box. Well on the ground. We're here to see their team progress through to the challenger against the Sydney Sixers. There was some travelling to be done for either of these teams. That game's on Thursday. They'll play early-ish tomorrow morning, I imagine.
It's a long way, isn't it? I'm interested in what Sophie Devine does here because she was so good with the away swing, but it works nicely with Amy Jones' batsman. So will she look to actually bring the ball back in?
She that's a shot. She just stood up and flicked down that back past the ball. Well hit.
Way to face your first delivery. Back of the length. Obviously knows these
Well, Simon Tommy gets it. And it's 1 pound over on the ball. Confidence on that front foot. What is on its way?
She hits the ball, it sort of hangs on her back. So by that I mean you think about Katie Mack, sort of like
Regardless, 28 with our knock. You'll need 1 or 2.
She just plays it so late and underneath the rise. Does that make sense?
It does, but I've never really thought of it like that.
When you're describing it, it sounds like a tennis player who can almost hold the ball on their strings and wait for the player up the other end to make a move.
And then
You think about trying to hit through the ball, so you hit from one side of the ball to the other physically, so then you get that a nice hold the shapes of it.
So far at this pace. Changing the ball in just outside the white line.
Now you're going to watch out for it, aren't you, Eddie? I can see your concentration.
I think this T20 cricket has changed bat control. The way good batters control their bat. And it doesn't need to be the strain. It doesn't need to be the perfect.
On the wicket, he's coming.
Play the sort of shot that she is playing. If you've got and you've got great control of your back face.
Off to a fly in the other bite.
In see too much video.
Yeah, it's all hand-eye coordination, isn't it? There's no there's maybe slight weight transfer. It's all about where's the ball. And it's about creating space as well.
It wouldn't be a WBBL without me complaining about that. That's hitting her on her ankle, isn't it? She doesn't move.
Watch how much she moved across her toes are even outside of stance. So if she was in a normal stance, that would definitely have hit her. And that's what those little, those sort of guidelines. Nowadays in international football, you can see them fully marked now. Yeah. Down the leg side.
Taking a beautiful shot. This is what she can do. She stands up tall. It's the end of the fourth over. It's 1 for 24.
Through he goes. The Predator, Kit Vinter. They call that wicked time.
Beth Mooney's going to come up to put the lock on us. Spot on was. Ainsworth will continue here. Gee, Beth, she's impressive. This has been a terrific opening couple of overs from the kid.
Yeah, she's done really well. I think she, as you can see, she's some of the best players in the world, so hopefully she's on my team, doesn't do that to me too much.
Does she get through? The speed don't say she's 110, 112-ish, but she looks like she gets through a bit quicker than that. Does she hit your gloves a bit harder than the speed might indicate?
Yeah, I think she follows that heavy weight that everyone talks about as a fast bowler. It's just fast and like that length, spot on. Like that one? Yep.
The pitch is playing. You and Katie were magnificent out there, and then they thought
Good job to the top teams. I'm really excited to go.
Yeah, it wasn't too easy to start on that business, so guys came in and
shot outstanding piece of work.
Do you get the same frustration as most oppositions do?
takes out the occasion, but that doesn't do anything. It worked for such a long period of time, but then just that one, it's always that much.
See if we get that front up. When you directed to the Oklahoma.
No, I'm pretty good. I like to think I can turn on a little bit, but I don't really like anything. It can bottle up, and I don't know, I do so hopefully that's not needed today. That bounce, Ross.
Lily Mills and Amy Eager have been outstanding figures. I just feel like they're going to be key through the middle phases. What makes them doing so well, especially with the lead?
Well, my expert is spin bowling.
It's where we could keep spin bowling.
I think they bowl different weights, so Eddie goes towards the end of the bowl with nice revs on the ball and gets good bounce. So they're very different off the waves, and that's what makes it.
Gee, that's well played. Well, that is a good shot. Maybe we'll touch him a bit later on. Thanks. Good on you. 1 for 31.
how exceptional they've been. Meg Lanning is 5 of 15 deliveries. Let's not forget she's a top run scorer in the competition. Look at the areas that she's put to it. Very much in that line, saying, okay, if it takes us to hit the offside, then by all means, if the ball going back. They have been so disciplined in terms of the areas that they're competing at the moment. Not one boundary.
She pumped in straight away. For those that have been watching Meg Lanning for a number of years, she's always been susceptible of that top of off stump, that fourth stump line can nick it. So the fact that they've been able to execute, one thing that's come up with
Back into that drop and run. That is quality cricket from the Vikings.
She's 6 of 16, if you can believe it.
And yet the comparison is okay. The Scorchers were flying early, up for 41 for 32 at the same stage. So that's well played again. Jones is standing. So feels like she's got this pitch sorted. She feels like the pace of the bounce. She's got it right where she wants it.
She's the best player off that bail height. And at the moment it's there, sitting into the wicket, and she hits them straight because she gets into nice positions, similar to Freaky, where you feel like she sort of hits it off her back, and then it's just an extension through. Really strange to be with the field that she's got CPL with
running in and getting in the ball.
It's almost like if we're watching, obviously the Big Bash is starting on Sunday, like a Chris Lynn when he was flying, or a Jake Fraser McGirt, that bail height, just going straight and just, almost a baseball swing through.
Some changes to the field here. They've clearly responded to that. Fine leg comes up, mid on goes out, coverage comes into that onside ring. So they've got to pay some respect to Amy Jones here.
What ball is the free hit of the top ball.
Exactly that delivery there. Amy Jones got out a number of times during the World Cup where she tips in terms of her stance, and she gets caught across looking to hit into that mid-wicket position, that chip position. That's why they've got it there, not just a catching, a run-saving one side, but also a catching opportunity. Automatically the change of field now with Lanning saying the drives are up. We know that you like to play behind square, so she looked to hang back a little bit.
Brace on the fielder. It's a risky single. They got it. Want to take that one from way down.
I just hope that Amy Jones with the change in field doesn't become too cute and try to manipulate and like most English players, little laps, still keep going down the road. It's been really successful. So space.
What you do at the over?
Gap and maybe get a 2.
He did not promise in the end.
Really well for
47-4.
Green the white flag, wasn't she, Jones? She doesn't want to get that flat back shot wrong to a ball that's pitched up a bit too far. Good shape.
Ooh.
Right out of her mouth there, Liz. Cross the line, didn't you? Just.
83 required from 66.
That's a brilliant field out for a goal.
How about the correction kid?
It's a good game of cricket. 8 runs from the over, 1 for 39. So that's the comparison. They can start to touch the stars without losing pockets through the next 6 overs.
The ball is to hold on a bit.
You have a fantastic conclusion to this one. Key in the attack. deep. How often she after that World Cup? She was so hot over there. He's got that.
Through he goes, and it is bowled at wicket time.
Yeah, and I feel for her as a leg spinner that uses your fingers, not only your wrist as well. It is very hard, and she's come down from the soaring heights of what she achieved the last couple of years in WBBL. That is expected, and we saw as I crossed over from coming up, and I said, good luck, I'm trying. I'm really trying.
She always will. You have a decision to make, don't you? As a selection committee, do we play it? You know, like if the finger's not able to, the figures that she's producing are okay, we're just not at the level that we're becoming accustomed to. So they're clearly weighed up the benefits of what she can do with that injury and still good enough for them.
I don't know enough about how Alana can grips the ball without watching it closely. Lee, but I feel like she's not using that pinky on the ball as much as what she probably did leading into this.
Yeah, I think she's actually surprised how much she does actually use it.
It's nicely played. It's just settling into her work now.
She started to get the timing right, didn't she? I think the first one was a quick shot to deep mid-wicket, and I was like, oh, okay.
Here's a weird one. Here's another one. It's on the back foot, no wall.
So she really now, she needs to bat for the next 6 or 7 overs and get ahead of that runs the balls equation. She'll back herself to do that.
I've seen her accelerate a number of times for a number of different teams over such a
Skills up.
long period of
Walk
time.
it in. That's dropped in the crowd. That's going to be live put down. One minute.
One more,
Foul of that every now and again, please. From the over 1 for 46.
The back to Zaire. Group gets started.
Well, there's a little bit to unpack here. Sweep shot that went onto the pads. Thought it might have hit the stumps. Maybe could have stopped it. Oh, can you imagine that?
She's purposely put her foot out actually to parry them up back on. Oh, we saw Meg Lenning's face after they lost the final. The Stars very similar right at the shoot.
We've seen her playing a key role through middle overs for the score. She comes from good height, gets her overs quickly. It's beautifully played by Jones, who does look to be in some very, very good nick tonight.
It's Will Ray. Just the timing is excellent. Let's not forget she played for the personal. She's faced Amy Eggers so much in the net. She just has that little drift away. She stays leg side and then just a beautiful swing of the blade.
It's like a troll bar.
Yeah. Bottom hand, it's really steady, comes tight on the belt.
Look at the cap.
So she sort of just presses her bottom hand
target Amy Edgar the last time they played. I think 1 for 39 off her 4 overs.
That's beautifully played. No, she can find space backward a point. Lenny gets it to the road for the first time.
Yeah, she seems determined now, doesn't she? Starting to find, read the length really well and now timing the ball.
Will only be the one.
Even if it didn't quite come out of the middle, there was enough on it.
Move up that part of the infield now. Extra fielder goes in there. Well, that's beautifully hit. So the foot gets put down here by Jones and Lanny, and they are taking to Edgar.
Yeah, the slog sweep. It was almost like the change in field. You've got a sense that Lanning's thinking, I'm sweeping anything that's coming on my stumps, I'm going. And she got the length to go under it. And like I said, she is striping the ball.
Hear the call, it's already the best over the match, they're 1-2 there. So, 18 runs from the over, it's 1 for 64.
Amazing the difference running between the wickets. Like how many of those are converted into
Yeah,
Definitely, yeah.
In the ball, and the 2 men in the middle.
It's when you play a shot like that off the back foot.
Similar way that the Vikings running back, starting to bring it back, yeah, it would be better.
There you go.
It's got to wait till there's got a bit of work now.
That didn't sound very fast.
Bring to the Kamasika.
You have a go.
So we wondered who was going to stand up in the chase of the Stars, and these two have put on a wonderful partnership. It's beautifully played. Nobody in the women's game has square driven the ball better than Meg Lang.
We just missed the fist pump between her and Amy Jones. You can just see the intensity that she has. When she sort of gets that look in her eyes, the key there, she actually went up. Played with fast hands. Quite often she undercuts that. Bang, hitting straight into the ground. It's a better line to a middle and leg against the leg spin reserve. That line that Meg Lanning doesn't feel like she can free her arms as much. Just get a sense there's a bit of intensity now.
And keeps it down to just one.
It's a 26 from 26.
You will have that just 6 runs over. On point day.
Yeah.
7 over card.
You're spot on about the line.
65 for 2. 65 more to it.
Because she always turns the ball. Very rarely does she have the slider. She's always looking to rip the ball past. It's hurting, isn't it?
Beautifully played again. One bounce over the road.
I reckon Sophie Devine has ended up 3/4 of the way back trying to catch this one. She's read the play really early from Meg Lanning. You look up, she's halfway back to the boundary line. Look at her there. Got her with a screen running around like a little kid at Christmas. Meg Lanning, just enough power. She lifts it so beautifully up and over the field.
She's 58 for 36. Now batting the Stars right into these two.
I almost wonder, Lisa, the fact that for Alana King to bowl that straight line, she has to really rip through action to allow it to lift in, and that's where the pain comes from. So you see automatically, she's then had to go, that's painful when you see that drag down.
She's always been able to drift the ball with exceptional degrees, and you're right, it's just not there, so she's not imparting as many reps as she would like. 1 for 74.
For her run. That's great cricket. Nobody's around. Is this taking over maybe? No. Back to Arian. Toss time.
The other thing is a broken finger if you don't actually fix it. Like there is a long-term impact, it could stay swollen for the rest of your life.
tells a pretty significant tale. These two have started to find the boundary routinely. Missed over a couple of overs ago.
Great running. They're coming back for the second. There they get in the second. Splendid from the Vikings.
There's an appetite now.
Look at the bounce that she might get. That will be.
Nah, she's dropped it short, bad line. And Amy Jones is in good nick.
All the way, hit the gap, out that placement. 4 runs.
Get the ball to kind of drop on the batters, and then there's the top end.
Wrong case of Bomberlander.
In a circle, or even if you haven't quite found your middle, but too short there and too straight.
Pressure's on. She's got to get it right.
I almost think that at the halfway mark, they would have set a target, the Melbourne Stars, and I think if they'd said they're around 80, that's probably the target. Then they go, okay, we've got the power switch come in the last 10 overs, so you get a sense of probably where they would like to be with only 1 wicket down.
They were just playing greedy if they wanted to get rid of these. Through again, it was aerial, upish, but finds the gap and finds the rope.
Just a couple of short deliveries, the pressure back on. Sophie Devine gave a hat to the umpire and she said, no, I think we want to get a few overs here at Willie Mills. Well, the Stars have said we're going to target both off spinners, knowing that they're so crucial through the middle. It's interesting actually, Lily Mills' story. She was a former Heat player. And she was moved over.
Tap Baker.
Beth Mooney. Just felt like she'd spent a lot of time sitting
That's it up here.
We've seen her the last couple of years.
Dragon, fullback, wicket side.
Breakout player.
Actually, a number of Brisbane Heat players have left for greener pastures. That's what they assumed when they left. Georgia Gold, 46. Georgia Presswitch.
That's professionalism of the game as well, isn't it? Yeah. Get game time, get opportunity, contracts come as well.
It's big enough to be able to move as well.
I go to the drinks break here to Melbourne Stars in terrific nick. 12 runs from that over. They're way ahead on comparison now, 1 for 86.
Now, set for the overs, 8 overs gone. For the board is 75. 3 up to 8. 65 more required and 48 more.
We wanted a great final to kick it off. That is the knockout, and Lanning and Jones have still got a long way to go here, halfway there. But this has been quite the partnership.
I think you feel like they've targeted the right bowlers. There's the look at Meg Lanning's eyes. It was Amy Egger when she came on, Meg Lanning said, yep, I'm going to start freeing myself up. That was a magnificent 6. She just hits all around the ground. We've seen her open up that leg side so often. That shot for me is absolutely testament. But I wonder at least if they've gone, okay, Devine and Ainsworth are the biggest danger in this side. Can they take down Egger and Mills and actually look to score a bulk that runs off them? And then you go this way, Amy so good at is actually going straight to death bowling. They would have said at the halfway mark, how do you try and just restrict boundaries and create a little bit of pressure knowing that you get one wicket, then you start getting into the middle order.
Yeah, so expect everything almost out the front of the hand, fast, Yorker. She may even come around the wicket as well and try and go the heels. That's what she does in the power surge.
Might come back for a second. They will. Great awareness, great running.
Low full toss, still effective.
Oh, he's very running too, which is good.
Actually, for the game, then running with the wicket.
90, 103, 92.5. She's really pushing through now.
Shot. What building have to get it over? He does. And great cricket stop for 4 hours.
New South Wales played underage. The New South Wales opened the batting and was a medium pace bowler.
246.
The drift away from
43.
Andy Jones there.
Everyone team. Everyone looking stupid.
Next flip. Go to the end. Good on you,
Scorches these, they reset up.
He gets it right from it. Into it. Right there, anyway. 9 gone, it's 85 for 3. 45 for 2. Drop 7 over.
So now we wait for the house Watkins starts to here. These two are going on so nicely. They don't need to do anything artificial at the moment, do they?
No, they don't. But that last over was perfect. 4 runs off it, no boundaries. That's all Perth scorchers need to do. Can we just keep it to singles? Star them with boundaries.
So great, let's continue.
They may want to do something at
That point, go for bubble. They are running it now. And they get it through. Make it running. 1 more.
Well, that's just been put away. Poor delivery, asking to be hit. And Amy Jones goes into the 40. She doesn't miss out on those in this sort of form.
Just a nice and see and react type shot. I said, okay, I'm going to try and stand still, react to the type of delivery that I'm going to get. Let's not forget that Ruby Strange.
To the air, field up, to short.
Played half the game to come in halfway through.
They get a single.
Has she been under pressure like
Do
this
the
in a
over,
final
43
situation?
more
I'd
to
say
it.
the answer's no. And she's the type of player because she bowls sort of wicket to wicket, she doesn't get a heat of downside. She brings it short. Both of these players reacting to the short ball. When she does pitch it up, she looks like she creates opportunities. It's a perfect line there as well to Amy Jones.
Watch the sweat off the palm of her hand. Wholeheartedly, that's gone away from her.
Might be option though.
It's a starting to clam up here for the kids.
Or was it a...
You know, when the players doesn't get out, why do you put it to it? Never been in a situation like this before.
We did say, we said from the team, but we did shit from the team,
She got lucky there.
Hold on! Wicket time! 40
Well, Rice for every dot ball here. 79 from 51. You can see on the bottom of your screen there, applied. This has got right down the wire and all over it.
One player that I think could create something out of nothing, and that's Beth Mooney behind the stumps. You can hear her having conversations. Marshall and the troops as well.
Get out of this over. And it's not too bad, given she leaked the boundary of the first ball.
Away with the second one down the inside, that big wide. looked like it was getting big on her, and yet you're right, Liz, she's only conceding the 6 runs from the over. 2 balls remaining. Landing proudly. And gets away from her.
Well, that has hurt Beth Mooney.
What a shot!
She has had a few finger niggles in
What's
the
the rocket?
last couple of years.
And it's out of here. 4-6 runs.
It's the 8th wide. There has been a problem for the Scorchers. They've got behind the clock on a few occasions in this tournament.
Yes.
Just taking her glove off, Beth Mooney, and walking away, taking a few deep breaths.
She's okay.
Today is gonna be the day that I don't go back to you.
Through just 9 runs from the over. It's 1 for 99.
About you now. Backbeat, the weather's on the street, that the fight
Coming up, is he getting this? Yes, he is. Great work on the Bentley, coming back 1 second and getting 2.
Perfect, absolutely perfect conditions. Great cricket ground, good crowd, a big final. Who's going to win it? Who are you on YouTube?
Oh, I can't answer that.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
And Ruby goes to number 4.
The key point of this is going to be the power surge. We saw when the first Scorchers took it, there was a flurry of wickets that were lost. So that'll be a discussion for the starters. At what point do they say we've got enough momentum to continue on that we can take it later?
I think the fear is that we don't want to lose these 2, right? So
yeah, everything changes. We saw that. Like in the Scorcher, Mooney Mac got knocked over. Really strange has come off here.
And the 100's up as well.
Rosanda Kane. What an offense for that lead.
She's got through 2 overs.
I think this is when you look at
Up next, we have the Bulls. The Herd will take on the goals. The 2 captains for the toss. Both got batsmen. And who is one more Bulls? Your 2 captains lead.
And that's another over at the game. So St. Mills is supposed to test of all the death overs. That's the key thing with the surges. How does it edge what they're
Bulls
doing?
and batsmen, your captains for the toss, please.
Right, at the moment it's 9.73. The thing is, if you take it too late, you do lose because it's hard to create that momentum.
What an over is turning out to be. Ryan Florence, another one. 4 in a row. Dead ball. There's your ball. Have to ball that one again.
And that is exactly what the Scorchers
Looks like
did.
it's go 4 in a row.
That is a huge breakthrough because this partnership was motoring. Jones goes for 43. It's 2 for 101.
The big guy. That comes with your third.
Well, some are prepared to take
Another boundary. He's got 4 in a row.
By the time she's done, she's got a big 50 not out in her first game. Really lit it up since then, hasn't needed to, but we know how good she is. What a stage for the young captain right now.
It's all there in front of her, isn't it? She's got to work with Meg Lanning, talk about what her role is, try and just feed the strike to Lanning initially. Doesn't need to go too hard right from the start.
En de verloor aan die over daar. On the way now on the speed fighting. Nelson on the board. Nelson for 4 feet of 19-12. Still 5 overs to go. Bonus point comes into question a little bit. 10 balls remain. If they want the bonus point.
Because manager Wellington gets so many stumpings as
On
well.
the next side, there's the required. 18 required. 10 balls remain for the bonus point.
Either of you two.
Georgia Rigmay.
Takes a coup in their own sort of stuff.
They've got their own little trap though.
Well, this is great captaincy, sneaking through this over.
Here's the captain. No, they will come round this time. 2 of them convert. Gonna get down to 1.
Targeted all the way through, going at 10 debut.
16 away now, the Vikings. 9 balls away.
Seasons.
This is for the bonus point. Still 29 total.
Strange in this situation. She's gone off. She's gone off. So they're saying, let's get another over out of Amy Aguirre.
Off time. 2 for the speed flip in the point.
Rate's gone over 10.
This time is the ball. And they will be back in first. He's not. He's managed to good use of this one. Back over to the game in hand. 7 feet away.
You always felt that it was going to be an insertion somewhere. How was that going to be?
Here's our timing. 2 on this player. Got the 1 o'clock to maximum and 1 maximum to us.
That dot ball. They are into this every single